A nervous weekend for sellers as auction clearance rates continue to tumble down, now to around 40%, amid some of the toughest conditions since the GFC. Real estate data firm Domain noted the steepest fall in Sydney house prices for over 20 years, with substantial drops in Melbourne and other markets. But outside the official data, there are questions over how clearance rates are compiled, as agents are not required to disclose sale prices or how a property was sold. Daniel Ziffer reports.
Here we go.
OK, the magic number 2435 is their reserve.
For viewers of The Block, the sales process couldn't be more transparent.
$2,850,000. It is going. It's sold.
But for consumers, their picture of the real estate market isn't as clear.
3.475. We'll pass the property in, ladies and gentlemen, to this gentleman right here.
After a sale, real estate agents don't have to disclose the price, how the property was sold or the number of bidders. Vendors can also ask for prices to not be disclosed.
When you see house prices rise, real estate agents and those with vested interest in the real estate market love to tell society how high house prices are rising. But when house prices start to fall, all of a sudden the transparency falls off a cliff.
Economist Lindsay David believes Australia's long property boom is unwinding. He points to disclosed sale prices in the prestige Sydney suburb of Rose Bay. Of the 100 properties most recently sold, just 11 disclosed a price. For the 100 before that, 81 disclosed the sale price of the property.
Real estate agents are not obliged to disclose whether a property has been sold or not to the relevant agencies. And on top of that, they're not obliged to disclose what the highest bid was or what the actual selling price was. So there's a lot of funny stuff going on.
Companies like Domain and CoreLogic, formerly known as RP Data, capture millions of points of data about Australia's property market. One of the key ones is that sale prices are listed when land titles are transferred through the Valuer General of each state and territory.
When you think about the data that is collected, the data that comes from the Valuer General is seen as gospel. This is the firm data of a sale price. But we do use other methods to collect an indicative sale price as well.
First time at $9.99.
Companies like Domain and CoreLogic employ people to attend auctions and keep tabs on local markets. Dr Powell says the company's methodology is rigorous and the same one used by the Australian Bureau of Statistics. Australians are obsessed by property. We hold lots of auctions, and because our land titles are transferred through a government body, we've got really strong information about medium and long-term changes in the price of houses. But weekly clearance rates can be affected by things like a long weekend, bad weather, or even sporting events.
Monthly clearance rates give a better indication overall of what's occurring within these auction-centric markets. But I think I will stress the point there is a strong correlation between price appreciation and those clearance rates, particularly for Sydney and Melbourne.
In some states, the Valuer Generals can take up to 6 months to give you the full data sets. And we move in a market that changes, weekly, monthly, and we need to have more regular data. So that's why ourselves and other groups go to the industry and say we need this quality data at a faster pace than what we can get from the Valuer General's department.
For consumers, the falling market and any sellers holding back information may bring a surprising reward.
A lack of transparency in the real estate industry definitely helps shoot itself in the foot. The big problem you have is when you have a lot of home buyers out there completely clueless to what a particular housing market is doing, well, it's pretty safe for them to turn around to these agents who are selling these properties and just give them a lowball offer.
But the market won't ever be as clear as it is on TV.